Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's science-backed support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
Jessica, and this is Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review Korean dramas, except we are officially out of Season 5. Season 5 has concluded. We are not reviewing Korean dramas because we are officially in Spooky Season. Woo! So I have with me on this very first Spooky Season episode, Nas from the Swoon Diaries Podcast. How are you, Nas?
I'm good. How are you, Jess?
Good. I'm so pumped to be here and cover this first movie. This spooky season is going to be a little different from the last one that we did in 2023. We are going to be covering movies, and it is solely because your girl had no time. I had no time to sit here and watch another show in its entirety and cover it for spooky season. And I thought it was just unfair to not do anything at all for spooky season. I think it's kind of nice to cover Korean cinema. I go back to my roots. I did 5 years of movie podcasting with Always the Critics. I was like, let's do some K-cinema, K-horror, K-thriller. And today we are starting off our spooky season 2024 with Train to Busan. Yay! Yay! So I did an APB on the Insta stories to see if any creators were interested in jumping on and doing a guest spot for one of these spooky season episodes, because it was kind of coming together really quickly.
Yeah.
And you were like, count me in for Train to Busan.
So good, so good, so good.
Everything you want for summer is at Nordstrom Rack stores now, and up to 60% off. Stock up and save on the brands you love like Vince, Sam Edelman, Frame, and Free People. Join the Nordy Club to unlock exclusive discounts, shop new arrivals first, and more. Plus, buy online and pick up at your favorite Rack store for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you Rack.
Ready to soundtrack your summer? With Red Bull Summer All Day Play, you choose a playlist that fits your summer vibe the best. Are you a festival fanatic, a deep end DJ, a road dog, or a trail mixer? Just add a song to your chosen playlist and put your summer on track. Red Bull Summer All Day Play. Red Bull gives you wings. Visit redbull.com/brightsummer ahead to learn more. See you this summer.
I was like, yes, I'll do it.
And I was like, oh, okay, great. So like I wrote your name down and I penciled you in immediately. It wasn't until a couple of days ago that you were like, okay, pressing play on Train to Busan, excited to watch. I don't know what to expect. And I was like, wait a minute. You've not watched Train to Busan before? I completely had this all wrong. I thought that you had already seen Train to Busan.
Nope. You like sent me the message in all caps, like, wait, you haven't watched it? And I was like, no, I'm such a baby. I've never watched it before.
I like lost it. Yeah, like I told my sister, I was like, wait a minute. My friend hasn't watched Train to Busan. Like this recording is going to be crazy. And she was like, really? Even I've watched Train to Busan. And she loves watching anything with subtitles. So I was like, I don't know what to expect here. Like, is she going to love it? Is she going to hate it? So this is going to be a very interesting start to the spooky season.
Yes.
Really, really fun and interesting start. If you can't hear the smile in our voices, we are So happy and so excited to be here. We're going to get started. But before we do, if this is your first time listening, go ahead and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more. If you like us, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Come check us out on social media to stay up to date on our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Daebak Pod. Lastly, if you're a fan, please consider becoming a patron. It's a great way for you to get involved and show your support. Big change though, our new Patreon page is patreon.com/daebakpod. Once again, the Patreon is patreon.com/daebakpod. And shout out to our patrons: Janet, Curtis, Bale, CD, Alana, Grace, Lorna, Adia, Sammy, Caitlin, Julia, Michelle, Tenmi, Aaron, Marta, Delphia, Maria, Kelly, and Fatima. Thank you guys. Love you guys. All right. So we are going to get going on Train to Busan. IMDb synopsis reads, while a zombie virus breaks out in South Korea, passengers struggle to survive on the train from Seoul to Busan. And that's it. That's all there is for the IMDb synopsis.
It's very accurate though. That's it.
Literally it.
That's literally it.
This movie was released July 20th in 2016. It is a summer blockbuster. It's an hour and 58 minutes long, basically 2 hours. It's directed by Yoon Sang-ho. And this is actually the director's first live action film. Before this, he was doing just animated features.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And if you look at his filmography since, he's done some things you might recognize, like Hellbound from 2021. That's a 6-episode K-drama. Jung Yu-mi, I can't remember how you pronounce that, but I watched this movie from 2023 as well. It's kind of like a sci-fi dystopian future. And then Parasite the Grey from this year, 2024. It's also a 6-episode K-drama. He also wrote the screenplay for Train to Busan, and his co-screenwriter was Park Ju-seok, who also wrote Hwayi, A Monster Boy, and Project Silence. I have always wanted to watch Hwayi, A Monster Boy. And when I looked up the cast for Project Silence, I was like, yep, I totally want to watch Project Silence as well. So 2 other movies that look really good and really promising. This movie stars, I don't know, some little known actor named Gong Yoo. He plays the main character, Seok-woo. We have Dong-seok as well. He plays Sang-hwa. He is married to the character Song-kyung, who's played by Jung Yu-mi. We've got Kim Soo-an. We've got Choi Woo-shik. This is like, it's shaping up, right?
Yes.
Kim Wi-sung plays like this ajashi character on the, basically a villain guy on the train. So-hee plays Jin-hee. And then a couple of halmeonis, Ye Soo-jung and Park Myun-shin as well. This is a very well-liked, well-regarded cast. They've been in K-dramas left and right, other Korean movies as well. What did you think of this cast?
So going into the movie, I literally only knew that Gong Yoo was in it.
Oh, really?
But then I start the movie and I'm like, whoa, I know all these people. So I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, especially Choi Woo-shik. I did not know he was in this movie. I didn't know Jung Yu-mi was in this movie. Like, I saw all these familiar faces and I was like, oh my gosh, like, these are my people. So I was really excited to see like how they were all kind of going to interact like throughout the film.
So, do you like zombie movies is my first question.
No. I don't like zombie anything. Like I said in the beginning, I'm such a baby. Like, I'm so scared of everything. Like, I don't usually watch like anything like horror, zombies, like nothing. But I was like, I really want to watch Train to Busan because I feel like it's like a rite of passage. Like, you have to watch Train to Busan. So I was like, oh my gosh, this will be a great opportunity to watch it, which is why I wanted to. And I was like, I just got to put my big girl pants on and get through the movie.
Yeah, this movie did incredibly well. I think it made 90 on a budget of 10 billion won, which is about $7.5 million. And I don't know if you know anything about movies. This is nothing.
Yeah.
This is a budget of nothing.
Yeah, that was way lower than what I was expecting. When you said it, I was like, wait, wow.
And it ended up grossing $92 million worldwide.
That's amazing.
It was a runaway hit. I think it's in the top 10 highest grossing films in South Korea. Certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, like 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. I can't remember what it is. That just means that 90-something% of verified critics on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a positive review.
Amazing.
Yeah. It is incredibly well regarded. You don't like zombie movies. Had you seen any of, forget the Korean zombie media.
Yeah.
Had you seen other zombie movies pre-2016?
No, like I've never watched any zombie movie. I've never watched Walking Dead. Like I stayed far away from those things.
Oh my God. Okay. So I'm going to give you like a really quick crash course in zombies really fast. I'm talking like 2 minutes.
Okay.
So
I'm
zombies have always existed in folklore. The word zombie comes from the West African word Nzambi, which means spirit of a dead person, and the Haitian Creole word zombie, which means a dead person that's been reanimated by magical means. So
interesting.
Yes. So it has been around in folklore and different cultural traditions, and then it's been around in books, literature, and in movies as well. Movies have been around for a little over 100 years.
Yeah.
Like films in general.
Right.
But the modern zombie basically started in 1968 with Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero. George A. Romero directed and wrote Night of the Living Dead and went on to basically make a career out of making zombie movies and doing sequels and different things like that to Night of the Living Dead. And Night of the Living Dead is black and white, even though they had color film by that point.
Wow.
That movie terrified people.
Mm-hmm.
People had never seen something like that before.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, and George A. Romero set up a lot of tropes that we see in zombie movies, zombie media, and we see them subverted a lot in zombie movies and zombie media. So Train to Busan. Knowing like a quick primer on zombies.
Yeah.
For George A. Romero, the zombies were always slow. They were slow moving. They ate brains. They were mindless. Since then, the zombies have evolved from different creators. They have become faster. Some zombies speak and have a mind of their own. Some zombies are capable of love and coming back to their human selves. Some zombies are not created from rising back up from the dead through supernatural means. They are created from aliens, created from biotech disasters, as in Train to Busan, created from human intervention, created from disease and plagues. And they don't just eat brains anymore. They just love to eat human flesh. I think that, how do I put it? Train to Busan doesn't do anything necessarily new that's outside of the genre.
Right.
But it's still amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
So tell me your thoughts. Like, how did you feel watching this movie coming without, like, you're blind. You don't know anything about zombies at all.
Right. Going into it, I was just like bracing myself for like, okay, like when are the zombies coming? And then when it started happening, I was like, okay. And I have to say that I'm a person that like, I'm my tolerance for scary things, it's very low. Like it's on the ground. But like I watched this movie. Yes, there were scenes that I was like, ooh, it's a little disturbing or a little like that was interesting. But like I slept very well afterwards. Like I was fine. But even though like the movie is very thrilling and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I just thought it was so well done because you're not only seeing them like, you know, run away from the zombies and trying to survive, but you're also seeing kind of human nature and like what people are willing to do to survive. It's like some people take like this more selfish route. Some people are like very selfless. Some people started off selfish and then they become selfless by the end. So it's like really interesting to see like human behavior in that way as they dealt with this complete catastrophe on the train. So yeah, I thought it was really, really fascinating and just like so well done because it was so layered. It just wasn't like a horror film. There was so much more to it. And the acting was so good.
I know.
And Gong Yoo looked amazing.
Yeah.
He looked amazing in this movie. Like the first scene, I was just like, wow, like this is 2016 Gong Yoo. He looked so good.
Yep. This is the same year that Goblin came out.
Yes, I was about to say, like, 2016 was a great year, it seems, just in general, for movies, dramas, like, things were going really great. So, yeah.
Really great. I rewatched Train to Busan and I was trying to pinpoint why I love it so much and why it's so well received, even though it's not doing anything new necessarily in the genre. And I think it has everything to do with sort of its Korean sensibility and how it is focusing a lot on heart. It has so much heart.
Yes.
Besides all the exciting and captivating moments and thrilling action horror that the movie has, it is compelling because of the characters that you care so deeply for.
Yes.
This train crew, you're like, none of these people can die. Like, I cannot stand it if any one of these people dies.
Yeah, you get so attached to them in such a short amount of time. And when you see things start happening, you're just like, oh no, oh, it's just another one and another one. And it's devastating. And I didn't think that I would be devastated in a movie like this. I wasn't expecting it.
It is devastating. Oh my God. Yeah. I think that it leaves you emotionally drained.
Yes.
I think horror really works when it's being done to someone you care about. And what's cool about some of these characters is that besides some of them being straight, like they're quote unquote good characters, Gong Yoo is not necessarily a good character.
Right. He's very morally gray.
Yes. And he's not a good father, really.
Right.
You know, he's working through it. And sure, the protection aspect is almost like baseline. Every parent should protect their child.
Right.
But like, he's not doing the day-to-day, being present, being an active listener, caring for his child's emotional needs. And that is a huge part of this very nuanced and interesting father-daughter dynamic that you see throughout the movie. That is the emotional touch point. That's what makes you cry at the end of the movie.
Yes, exactly. You put that so well. But yeah, I totally agree.
So it's thrilling. It feels fresh. And it's almost like if you're going to do something, do it well.
Yes, exactly.
And it does everything particularly well.
Yeah. It managed to just have so much depth. And I was like, I understand why this movie is so popular and like well loved and well regarded, especially in the realm of like zombie movies. Because I feel like it's so much more than that.
It is. And that's the thing, right? Is that I feel like a lot of Korean media that we are so entrenched in and we're so familiar with, they are tapping into emotions, relationships. And that's what this movie does incredibly well. And it does it within 2 hours.
Girl, winter is so last season. And now spring's got you looking at pictures of tank tops with hungry eyes. Your algorithm is feeding you cutoffs. You're thirsty for the sun on your shoulders. That perfect hang on the patio sundress. Those sandals you can wear all day and all night. And you've had enough of shopping from your couch. Done hoping it looks anything like the picture when you tear open that envelope? It's time for a little in-person spring treat. It's time for a trip to Ross. Work your magic.
At first, I didn't think it was real. I woke up to this blinding light, and I was transported to another place. Pluto TV. Then I heard a voice.
Come with me if you want to live.
There were thousands of movies and shows, and they were all free.
The truth is out.
It's just so beautiful.
On Pluto TV, free streaming of Terminator 2, Fringe, Arrow, The 100, and The X-Files may cause excitement, loss of sleep, and sudden belief in extraterrestrials. No credit cards or alien encounters necessary. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
They packed so much in.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
it packs a lot in.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, okay.
There's a lot of tenderness between the characters.
Yes.
I think this movie does well. A lot of zombie movies, most zombie movies do this as well, is that they comment on things through the lens of zombies or using zombies as a metaphor. And in this case, the movie comments subtly on class warfare.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have characters who, and we're familiar with this too, like being so familiar with Korean media, Korean entertainment, and getting a huge dose of Korean culture through that.
Mm-hmm.
The Korean hierarchy, how people with better jobs, better positions, people who make more money get more say in how things are done, how important matters are handled. People with less power are relegated to lesser positions, are silenced in high stress situations, in situations where maybe they're in our society, that's not necessarily how it is. Like when you watch zombie media over here, the class warfare thing doesn't come up very often.
Right.
Right? It's more like every person has an equal say.
Exactly.
When you watch Train to Busan, it's very clear that certain characters are given a lot bigger of a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have this like subtle class warfare going. Many concepts double as opportunities to comment on the government's inability to handle this situation.
Yeah.
And what sucks is like 4 years later, we go through a pandemic.
Right.
Zombie movies and contagion movies, like the movie Contagion itself, is like, that's very triggering.
Yeah.
Because it's handled kind of better in Contagion than it was in real life.
Like, why couldn't we have done that?
When you see the broadcasts in Train to Busan of like, trust your government, don't worry, there's nothing to panic, stay in place, yada, yada. And then it is juxtaposed against what is actually happening outside. That makes the government look terrible, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it make the government look inadequate at handling this situation? Like they're not going to take care of you. No one is going to save you. It's commenting a lot on things. Zombies themselves have always, you know, ever since George A. Romero put his hands on zombies, they have been a vehicle for commenting on social issues like racism. 1968, right? Like if you think of what was happening in the States in 1968, you're immediately like, oh yeah, like zombies and people that are other. Zombies can be seen as being dehumanizing because they're just animalistic. They're just based on instinct. It preys on our fears of the apocalypse, of everything that we've built being abandoned and destroyed.
Right.
It preys on like indifference, where zombies have no feelings whatsoever, no anxiety, no happiness, no fear. They just are. They're indifferent to your screams of pain and terror. You know, mass contagion, which again, our fears of mass contagion now, the way we look at Train to Busan and fears of mass contagion now in 2024 is way different than how we saw it in 2016, I'm afraid.
Right. Because living through a pandemic will give you a different perspective for sure.
Exactly. But zombies, you know, you can imprint whatever you kind of want onto them because they can represent a lot of things. I really like the zombie subgenre of horror, and they are still terrifying to me. I'm a huge fan of zombie movies and media. I have not watched everything There is no way that I can watch everything. There are so many things, even like B and C level movies that like I don't even know. I don't know what I don't know. But there's a lot of media out there that I have watched and I eat it up every time.
So I eat it up every time.
Yeah. But yeah, I really appreciate Train to Busan for what it does, the cast that it assembled, the way that it looks, the cinematography of it. I think it's done incredibly well. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it and that you were able to sleep well afterwards.
Yes, I got through it, and it was a great experience. I'm really proud of myself.
Are you willing to watch other zombie movies out of Korea?
Movies? I don't know. I have to take it one step at a time. I think I would probably maybe start with a show. Like, I really want to watch, like, Happiness or something like that. Like, I want to try that.
Okay.
Or, like, Kingdom and see if I can, like, get through it.
Okay. I'd watch Happiness. Okay. So let's take this slow. I would recommend, for you, I would recommend Happiness first.
Okay.
It will scare you.
Yeah.
But it does have this central friends to lovers couple.
Yeah.
That is very strong. I love Han Hyo-ju. She's like my girl crush forever. And another member of the Wooga squad in it.
Park Hyung-sik.
Yes, Park Hyung-sik. Mm-hmm. It's very good. I love that show. Kingdom is going to scare the shit out of you.
Okay. So I won't watch that one yet.
Just being honest, I don't know if you can handle Kingdom.
You said just being honest.
It's amazing. It is amazing. Basically prestige television.
Wow.
Highly recommend Kingdom, but it's going to scare the shit out of you. If you got through Train to Busan and you're kind of like this,
right,
like shaking a little bit still, I wouldn't go with Kingdom.
Okay. So no Kingdom.
Or All of Us Are Dead. All of Us Are Dead. It's very good, but I think it might be also a little more high stress than Happiness. It's less stress than Kingdom, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. More on the side of Kingdom. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Okay, that's a good crash course. I'll start with Happiness.
If you want to watch a zombie movie, a Korean zombie movie, I would actually recommend The Odd Family, aka Zombie for Sale. Mm-hmm. It's a horror comedy.
Okay, so it's not leading into the terror aspect of things too much.
Oh no, it's scary, but it's not gonna. It's funny. Like, have you seen maybe Shaun of the Dead? Have you seen?
I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. So horror comedy might be a good avenue for you to dip your toes into like that aesthetic. You're going to get those scary looking zombies, but it's funny. It's a dark comedy.
Okay. Yeah. I think I could stomach that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then the next level would probably be like #Alive with Yoo-in, who's like a trapped gamer. Like the zombie apocalypse happens and he's in his apartment just gaming.
Oh wow!
He's almost like a recluse, and he can't leave. Now he can't leave his apartment.
Yikes!
It's good. It's really good. That's a really good one. I think after that you can maybe watch Rampant, which is a historical with Hyunbin.
Okay.
He's fighting zombies in like the Joseon era. I can't remember what era it is.
Oh wow, the Joseon era.
No, it's amazing. It's really good. The last one, I don't think you'll ever get to this level. It's The Wailing.
That sounds terrifying. Like, I feel like any horror movie that starts with the anything, I feel like it's always just like, no thank you.
Okay, so I watched The Wailing several months ago, I think towards the beginning of the year. And I'll tell you something about myself. I get really brave like 1, 2 in the morning. And
it was in the middle of the night too?
In the middle of the night. I thought, I'm going to finally watch The Wailing, which I heard is one of the best scary thriller horror movies out of Korea. And I pressed play on The Wailing, and I was...
Your face!
Because I don't like watching things that are almost like spiritual in nature.
Yeah.
And the ending of The Wailing... It's like zombies, but make it spiritual / ghosty.
Mm.
And it was very disturbing. It is a disturbing movie.
Yes. And that's what I don't like about things that I find, disturbing.
Like disturbed like my spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference. Yeah.
Like I couldn't sleep well the next couple of nights. I was very distraught after watching The Wailing. And I mean, if that's your cup of tea, definitely watch The Wailing. I thought it was excellent. Like from a technical aspect, it's written amazing. The acting was excellent. It's so atmospheric and all these things. But then the actual experience of watching it, I was like, I can't do that 2 times in a row. And I put The Wailing on the poll, the Patreon poll of what I should cover for the spooky season this year. And I was like, I hope to God nobody chooses it. I think I got like a few votes on it, but nowhere near as many as like Train to Busan and like some of these other ones. And I said, thank God, because what the hell was I thinking, like putting that on there and saying I was going to watch it again and cover it, because the first time nearly took me clean out.
Yeah, and you watch in the middle of the night.
And I watch in the middle of the night. Like,
yeah.
It was bad.
It's one thing for things to be like visually scary, but like when stuff is like disturbing to the point you feel like unsettled and just ooh, like I hate that feeling, which is why I don't do scary things, because I don't like to be disturbed. But Train to Busan wasn't disturbing to me.
Yes. So with that being said, I'll say some fun facts before we give our scores and go into the spoiler section to talk a little bit more at length about specifically what happens in the movie and some of our favorite parts and sequences. So, fun facts. Seoul Station, I don't know if you've heard of this movie. Seoul Station is an animated feature-length zombie movie that serves as a prequel to the live-action horror hit Train to Busan. So the director, as I said, has a history of doing animated feature-length films, and so he did Seoul Station basically almost exactly at the same time as Train to Busan, and it serves as a prequel. So if you want to, you can watch Seoul Station, it's animated, then watch Train to Busan, then watch Peninsula from 2020, which is the sequel to Train to Busan. It takes place 4 years after the events of Train to Busan. And that one is like a heist movie. Yeah. I watched Peninsula, and it was one of the first movies I watched back in theaters during the pandemic.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine. It just doesn't have the heart of the original movie, which I think a lot of people were expecting that same feeling, but you don't get it with Peninsula. It's a lot more standard, whatever. Sohee, who plays Shin-yi, is an ex-member of the famous K-pop group Wonder Girls. So when she pops up on screen, the Korean audience is like, oh my God, it's a Wonder Girl.
It's a Wonder Girl. But even when she came on the screen, I was just like, she had to be like in some sort of group or something. Like I just knew it. Yeah. You just know sometimes that like the way that they allow the character to enter the scene, that they're somebody that you should know. Yeah.
This is not the first Zombies on a Train film. Horror Express from 1972 tackled a similar subject, albeit less frenetically, is what IMDb said. This is the last thing I'll say. There is somewhere out there an American remake of Train to Busan called The Last Train to New York. Was supposed to release in 2023. We are still waiting. Not sure anyone is really expecting much from that. Perhaps it'll never get a release date. I don't know if that's going to be any good at all.
I don't know if it's going to have the same, like, impact. I don't know. Not everything needs to be remade.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes for that at all. At all. What would you give Train to Busan out of 5 soju bottles?
I give it 5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's excellent. Like, again, it's not my usual choice of film, but it is very well executed, very well acted. The story is solid. Everything made sense. It has a lot of heart to it. And over a short amount of time, you really do fall in love with these characters. And you're just seeing human nature just play itself out. And I thought it was fascinating and very well done. I have no complaints. It was great.
I agree completely. I would give this maybe 4.5 out of 5. soju bottles just to be a little fresh with it.
Just to be a little fresh.
You know, just to be different. But I love this movie. I rewatch it at least once a year, especially during this season. It still holds up. It's great.
It's very well done. It's very well done. I love that you watch it once a year.
I do. I basically watch it once a year. I don't know why I don't have it on Blu-ray, but I definitely need to get it.
You should at this point. You should.
I'm a physical media person. So anyway, we are going to talk more about Train to Busan right after this.
The greatest trick.
Houston, we have a problem.
I am your father. I see dead people.
The devil ever pulled.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Was convincing the world.
You can't handle the truth.
He didn't exist.
Oh, what's in the box?
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases. Unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online. And a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business. You'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
Bonjour, compadre. It's the
Priceline Negotiator.
How do I negotiate so many great travel deals? My greatest gadget, the Priceline app. It's got hotel deals, flight deals, rental car deals, all of those deals in a bundle. Deals, game day deals, concert trip deals. No one deals more deals than Priceline. Hold your horses, there's more. The app lets you filter hotels by neighborhood, vibe, star level, and amenities like pools and spas and beachfronts and... Wait, I'm not done. Stop cutting me off.
Priceline.
All right, we're on the other side of spoilers. You have just heard the old Always the Critic spoiler bumper. I wanted to bring it back for the spooky season. It is one of my favorite things that we used to have for the Always the Critic movie podcast. And I thought it was really fitting because it's kind of like dark and seedy and I don't know. We got a little bit of Hans Zimmer in there. I wanted to start at the very beginning because we get this shot of like this guy running over a deer. And the deer just like up and walks away. Like the deer.
I was like, ooh, yikes.
Yeah. Ooh, yikes. But we get this idea already that there is a leak in the biotech district. Mm-hmm. This is a man-made disease, a man-made pandemic. Gong Yoo is a fund manager, and he tells his subordinate to like sell all related stock, presumably of this biotech company. He's looking at headlines of mysterious fish deaths in Jinyang Reservoir, and it's all ends up being connected. Like he has a very small hand in this zombie outbreak. Mm-hmm. How did you feel about that small aspect, or depending on how you look at it, large aspect of the movie that he is to blame?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, well, that complicates things. I was like, yikes, that's not good, because that's a lot of, you know, I guess like harm and devastation that you're responsible for. Mm-hmm. Like you've literally caused this countrywide issue.
Yeah. On top of this, he's a bad dad because he's fighting with his ex-wife over the phone. He doesn't want to send her to Busan for her birthday. He doesn't have a present picked out already for her birthday, which is the next day. And he ends up just he's asking like his assistant, hey, what do kids like these days? Like he does not know his child. Mm-hmm. He gets her a Wii gaming console. And the moment when she looks up and they cut to, and there's already a Wii gaming console in her room. And she just says quietly, like, for Children's Day, like, you got me. Like, oh, devastating. Yeah.
I know.
Devastating.
Like, the way that they both looked up slowly and the camera just panned, I was like, it was such a brilliant scene.
It's
just like...
Exactly. It's bad that she doesn't want anything else for her birthday. She just wants to see her mom in Busan. She doesn't want to bother Gong Yoo since he's busy, insisting that she can just take the train by herself. Can you imagine this little girl taking the train by herself while the zombie outbreak is happening? Like, she would have just gone in the first wave.
Yeah. Disastrous. I was like, why was that even an option in the first place?
He doesn't attend her recital. His mother had recorded it on this old like camcorder, and he watches her do this song, and she doesn't finish singing this song. And later in the morning, he's taking her to the train to go visit her mom. He's gonna do it despite being super busy at work. And he tells her, like, whatever you do, you must finish what you start. Trying to instill these, like, little lessons without having... He's trying to be, like, finish what you start, but not understanding, like, why she didn't finish.
Exactly.
Which you find out later why she didn't finish. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Sad.
We'll get to that. What did you think of some of these beats? Because I just think it's kind of masterful how they set up the story and how they set up the characters, and how in the first act you like meet all of the players, you meet all of the train people. They board the train. Zombie 1 enters the train, and you meet Dong-seok and his pregnant wife and all these people. You see the baseball team and Choi Woo-shik and like the girl, the Wonder Girl coming on the train and like all of this stuff, and you're instantly like, these people are just living their lives.
Yeah. It was just so interesting because you're like, everybody's coming from like different walks of life, and like everyone's just minding their business. Like, you know, he's taking his daughter to go see his mom. Like the baseball team is like coming from a game or going to a game, and like, you know, we have like the businessmen, and we have the halmeonis, and we have the husband and wife, and like, you know, and the homeless man, and like everyone's just trying to get by and just trying to go about their day. And then, like, the first zombie gets on, and I'm like, oh, no, this girl, because it was a girl, and she was, like, in pain, and she was struggling. And I'm like, oh, no. And, like, no one knows that she slipped on the train. And then, like, all hell breaks loose. And it was just the way that it was filmed, just, like, how easily it spread, like, wildfire in that first wave, like, from that first bite, from that first girl that was infected. I was just like, it just happened so fast. It progressed so fast.
Yeah.
And that was probably like the scariest part of the movie for me, because it was just kind of like, ew, like, you know, everyone's biting each other and people are like writhing on the ground and their bodies are contorting, and I'm like, but it wasn't that bad after that. But it was like pure chaos. And you're just seeing all of these people just kind of look around, and they're like freaking out, and I'm thinking, what would I do if I was like on a train, like minding my business?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm seeing these zombies just like emerge out of nowhere. It's like, what do you do?
I know.
Yeah. You could feel the terror from like the passengers. They're just, what the heck is going on? Like, yeah, it was a really great start to the movie.
Yeah, it's so energetic, and there's so much movement in there, and the way that they shoot it is just impressive, I think, because it's the bulk of the movie is in a confined space. You're on a moving locomotive. And I adore that they set it on a train.
Yeah.
On a high-speed train. There's something about trains that I just love. Like, that to me is, trains are very romantic to me. They're from a bygone era. I feel like people are more comfortable. How do I put this? Trains are some of the oldest forms of transportation that we have. They're very reliable.
Yeah.
There's something also like very Hitchcockian about it. Like, I don't know if you've watched some Hitchcock movies, but like a lot of Hitchcock movies, and especially early Hitchcock, he would set his stuff on a train. There would always be a train in the movie. The people would get on a train, or something would happen on a train. And I love that. It's very like the lady vanishes on a train, and what are you going to do about it, because you have nowhere to go.
Right.
I just think it gives it such momentum automatically that they're stuck on the train with zombies.
Yeah. And it like raises the stakes as well, because they're literally just stuck there.
Yeah.
And so there's nowhere for them to go, and they just have to fight their hardest to survive. So yeah, I loved the fact that, because I was wondering when I started the movie, I was like, are they literally going to be on the train like the whole time? Like, how is this going to go? But I think they did it so well, because you could feel like the fear, the stress, the fact that they're confined. You feel all of that.
Yeah.
As you're watching it. So yeah, it was a great choice.
It's a great choice. The concept that even though you're in a confined space and you want to get off, you can't get off.
Exactly.
Because nowhere is safe. The stations are not safe. You can't let more zombies on. You can't let infected people get on.
Yeah, yeah.
I adored that. I thought that was part of the brilliance of the movie, was that they just set the whole thing, most of it, on the train. And then they had different types of shots in the movie. They strap a camera in front of a zombie and like have the camera facing the zombie and have this like awful perspective of looking straight at the zombie as it's moving about and stuff.
Swaying and yeah.
You haven't watched a lot of zombie stuff, but the fact that the zombies are moving very fast, that goes against like the original 1968 George A. Romero trope of them moving very slow.
Yeah. But that's what I thought too was interesting, because I did notice in this movie that they were really fast.
Yeah.
Because like my sister, she loves The Walking Dead. At least she loved it until apparently the show got bad. But
so I stopped watching The Walking Dead when they killed Glenn.
Yeah, that's when she stopped watching too.
Yeah,
so
okay.
yeah. and she was saying how slow they are. So she was saying like it's very easy to like run away from them.
True.
You know, it's like, yes, they're scary, but like you can easily kind of manipulate them because they're so slow. And so in this one, it was really interesting to see like they could sprint. They were very fast.
Sprinting. Yeah, and the speed at which they turn as well is something else. Like some zombie movies, it takes a few hours or whatever for it to happen. I think that this isn't new though. Like this isn't something that Train to Busan like just came up with. We had already seen like fast zombies before in, I believe we'd already seen it in World War Z, but the first person to do fast zombies I think was Dawn of the Dead from 2004. So that's a remake of a George A. Romero Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
And Zack Snyder, like the Zack Snyder,
yeah,
directed that one. And he was like, I'm going to make my zombies fast. So now everyone was like, oh my God, we got to make our zombies fast because otherwise it makes no sense. So 2004, the fast zombies hit. World War Z, you had the quick turn. You had mere seconds before somebody who was infected turned into a zombie. I love the look of the zombies in this movie as well. Like they kind of gave like a film. They put a film over their eyes as well. So it looked like they kind of had cataracts all of a sudden.
Yes.
I love that they would pile on top of each other. That's something that we'd seen before as well. But when they're piling on top of each other in mass, I feel like that always works. It's always terrifying.
It's so terrifying.
Yeah. The violence of their movements. Image. You had like contortionist moves and stuff like that. That's all terrifying. The sound design of them and the crackling noises and the different thing, like you're just like, oh my God, it is awful.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Exactly. But I thought it was all really well done. Like if you're going to do the same thing as other people, like do it well. And they did it well.
Right. They did a great job. It wasn't like, it didn't feel, you know how sometimes you can watch something scary and you're like, okay, like it just feels very campy and just over the top. It was genuinely, oh, like I feel like I'm on this train. Like it just felt very real. It felt very real. I think they did a good job with that.
Exactly. So you like that first outbreak where it just runs through the trains.
Yes, because I feel like it set up the story just like, okay, now we're getting started. And it didn't take too long. I was like, okay, all right. Like, now things are happening.
The homeless man, they give you like a first fake out.
Yes.
Where the first zombie one boards the train and she goes into a bathroom. The Ajashi businessman. First of all, fuck that guy. But anyway.
He was so awful.
That guy. The stuff that he does later in the movie. The first thing that he does is he notices that someone has boarded the train. And you think he's talking about Zombie 1.
Yeah.
He pulls aside one of the attendants and he's like, somebody's on this train. You got to get him out, yada, yada. And he's snitching. They go to the bathroom. They open the bathroom. You think it's Zombie 1. It's not. It's the a homeless guy.
Right.
Who's traumatized, saying over and over, like, everyone's dead, and shaking and, like, all this stuff, completely out of it. This asshole says to the little girl, who's the best little girl in
oh my God,
like, ever. Yes. I love her. She's perfect.
She was amazing in this role. She did a great job.
This guy says, hey kid, if you don't study in school, you'll end up like him.
So disgusting.
And she turns to him and says, my mom says whoever says that is a bad person. Which we know how much Korean society values education and getting ahead, doing well in school, and all of this stuff. The fact that her mom is even like, whoever's saying all this stuff, this cliche nonsense about like, you better do well in school or else you're going to be homeless or else you're going to do that. You're going to be on the streets or whatever. They're a bad person.
Yeah.
So I feel like the mom is already in the audience's good graces, even though we never see her in the movie.
Even though we never meet her.
We never meet her.
We get a glimpse of like the type of person that she is. Like, we don't do that classist stuff. We don't think we're better than other people. We don't do that.
Exactly. He says she must have flunked.
What a terrible man.
Automatically, you're like, fuck that guy. I hope he dies.
Terrible man.
Ugh, golly. He's terrible. But Gong Yoo is not that far behind. Because when shit starts to go down, he's like shutting doors in people's face. He shuts the door on Ma Dong-seok's face, on his pregnant wife. And later on, he tells his daughter, you got to look out only for yourself in desperate times like these, because she gave up her seat for one of the halmeonis.
Yeah.
The little girl tells him at one point, you only care about yourself. That's why mommy left.
Yep.
She said what she said.
And I feel like the daughter taught him to become more selfless. And so throughout the movie, you see him gradually change, and he starts helping people. He starts putting other people before himself. And it wasn't before hearing that influence from his daughter that he was like, oh, like I need to kind of rethink how I'm going about this. She definitely had,
because she doesn't
like,
think I'm a
impact
good
on
person.
I also really liked that when after Gong Yoo closed the door on Ma Dong-seok, and he was just like, so I think you owe me an apology.
Yeah.
You tried to slam the door in me and my wife's face. You need to apologize to me. Like, because I was like, we're not just going to sweep that under the rug.
Yeah, no.
You're just going to like leave us for dead. Like, what?
What the fuck was that? Like, I love how Ma Dong-seok calls him on his shit.
Yes, I really love that he was like, yeah, no, we're not going to just pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah. And they start talking shit about Gong Yoo when he walks away at some point. I think he's on the phone. And they're like, hey, is that your dad? Like your blood relation? Because blood relations are important in Korea. And the little girl says, yes, that's my dad. And he says, ooh, sorry about it. What does he do for a living? She goes, oh, he's a fund manager. And he says, oh, so he's a leech. He's an asshole. Like, you're supposed to think that Gong Yoo's character is an asshole.
Right.
And it's pretty great that they had Gong Yoo kind of playing against type.
Yes. Absolutely. Because I've never seen him, like, unlikable before. So it was very interesting. He did it well.
Very interesting. Yeah, exactly. So they get into Daejeon Station. This is the one that's, like, militarized, and they're going to go into quarantine. The moment when they're going down the escalator, the staging and the editing of this scene, amazing. 10 out of 10.
It was so good.
They go down the escalator and Ma Dong-seok, everything it's eerily quiet. There's no soldiers anywhere. There's no living people around. And everyone's like, what is going on? Where is everybody? It should be a working train station. Bustling with people. At the very least, there's nobody. And you're already on pins and needles. You're like, what the fuck's going to happen?
That's literally on edge.
You're on edge.
Pop out.
But everything's working. Like, there's electricity. So they're going down the escalator, and there is a wall of zombie soldiers.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The moment, my heart still sinks when I see that moment.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's brilliant. And then at the same time, Gong Yoo is upstairs with a homeless man. They run into a soldier who's like, help me. Like, I guess the last dude that's made it out, and he gets taken down by a zombie, and it's coming at them from all sides. And this whole escape back onto the train.
I don't know how they made it through, like that whole like scene with like the struggle and the fighting and just how they were able to make it back to the train. It was like you're literally on the edge of your seat. Oh my god. And like
yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, I was like, are they gonna make it through? I was like, we're gonna lose like half the cast in this scene alone. But somehow they made it through.
It's great. And then they get separated. So Gong Yoo gets separated from his daughter. The halmeonis get separated as well.
Yes.
And Ma Dong-seok gets separated from his wife. Here is my favorite part of the whole movie. Is when our three musketeers, it's Gong Yoo, Ma Dong-seok, and Choi Woo-shik, have to get from car 9 to car 13 to save Ma Dong-seok's pregnant wife and Gong Yoo's daughter from the zombies trying to get into, because they're trapped in the bathroom.
Yes.
And all that's between them and the zombies is the little accordion door. Oh my God. I died, first of all, when the wife was like, get your ass over here, and like click, hangs up the phone. I was like, if I am not that bitch, I would be like, get your ass over here, and then back to the task at hand.
Oh my gosh. It was so good.
That whole
You're talking about the scene when they were in the train and they're basically trying to signal the zombies to all shift one way so they can like get through, and they're like crawling.
All of this to get to them.
Incredible. It was so
unassailable. It is incredible.
It was so good. Just like the teamwork. And then also, like, this is when I started to get that found family feeling from the movie as well.
Yes.
Because I'm like, this little group of people, like, they're really bonded now, and they're genuinely trying to help each other, but they're like a little traumatized family now. They just gotta
bonded
make
by trauma.
It through. Yes. But yeah, no, oh my gosh, amazing. That whole sequence of scenes, that whole, time that they're trying to make it to to everybody else, incredible. And then I also loved how they were like using their brains and like strategy. They're like, okay, what do we know about the zombies? How can we get them to shift, and like learning how to maneuver in a way that like kept them safe. I was like, brilliant. Yeah. So good.
And you get like some more expansion of what the zombies do and don't do. We had already established like if they don't see you, their attack is based on sight, basically.
Right.
They're like a freaking T-Rex. So if they don't see you, they won't attack. Right. They were already using that to their advantage. But then the moment when they're plunged into darkness with the tunnel, the first tunnel. Incredible, because they're on the ropes, right? Like Choi Woo-shik is frozen in fear, because they're fighting the zombified baseball team. And he can't do. Those are his friends. And he is just like so emotional. He's trying to psych himself out. Gong Yoo's about to go down for the count. Ma Dong-seok is also up against a wall, and it's not looking good. Like for this trio, like they could die. And then all of a sudden, boom! They go through a tunnel. The zombies start you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, it's remarkable.
Incredible.
I love it.
So well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
They make it so they pick up the wife, they pick up the homeless guy, they pick up the halmeoni and the daughter.
Yeah.
And then they make it all the way to car 15, which is where the rest of the survivors are. And this is when villain Ajushi,
This
guy had rallied those people into sealing the door. And here is like this social experiment pressure cooker to situation that you were referring to in the non-spoiler section. This would totally happen in real life. That this more powerful, commanding presence would completely prey on the fear of everybody else in the room and get them to do what he wants.
It was terrible. He's just like, they're all infected. We can't let them in. I'm like, clearly they're not. Don't do that. I was like, they just made it through these trains in one piece. And then now this guy is like, no, don't let them in. He was the worst.
Yeah. And I think coming from watching what we watch all the time, the dynamic between the villain Ajushi and the guy in the blue jacket who worked for the train line.
Yeah.
That attendant, their relationship makes a ton of sense. Why is that guy doing whatever the villain Ajushi tells him to do? Why is he following his orders? There's this whole like hierarchy here that maybe the Western audience doesn't get, right? Who's maybe not used to this rich asshole has definitely a lot of pull here.
Right. Just because of his standing.
A lot of social standing. You can tell he's well off. You can tell he's a businessman. You can tell that he's got some social currency here. And he's he's paying for things all the time in the train. And in these dire circumstances, he's constantly using his social currency. The eye roll.
could not stand that guy. I was like, can
Yeah.
you just go away now? Like, you've caused enough problems.
The fact that they covered Homegirl's mouth, they covered the Wonder Girl's mouth, they had her like pinned down.
Yes, because Choi Woo-shik was calling her from the other side of the door, and he like literally like gagged her, and so he wouldn't hear her.
Unbelievable.
And it was just like, what is happening here?
Mm-hmm.
This is very low, even for you.
And this is when we lose two characters. One, Ma Dong-seok.
Yes.
He gets bit. The way that he gets bit, oh.
It was so sad. Because it's like he was so close, like he could have made it.
He could have made it if it wasn't for the villain Ajashi.
Exactly. He's just like, no, y'all go. He basically had to like sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
For like the others to get through to the other side. And it was so sad because it was on his hand and like he didn't even realize. And he looked down and he was like, oh no. It was so sad.
The zombie that was kind of like by the floor noticed that his hand was on the door and then like slid up. It was just so disturbing to see as well. Like the zombie was like, and like went all the way up and boom, bites him on the hand. And that's it. He's marked for death. He names the baby before like his wife takes off. Come on.
Gosh. And we also lose one of the halmeonis in this scene, right?
Yes, the older one. Yeah.
Yes. And they were sisters. The two halmeonis were sisters.
Yes.
So it was really sad. And again, she sacrificed herself too.
But when they get through, you can see this big change in Gong Yoo because he's like, why didn't you open the door? Like, how could you do that? And he flies at the villain Ajashi and starts beating on him. Like, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because they took losses there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other halmeoni, she's really upset because her sister is gone.
She was already grieving for her sister, thinking that maybe she was lost in the fray at the train in the Daejeon station.
Exactly.
And then lo and behold, she's alive, and they have this moment like across the glass.
Mm-hmm.
This elation because her sister's alive, and then boom, like she gets hit with this onslaught of zombies, and you're like, oh my God, to lose her twice.
Exactly.
Basically.
And like she was just so distraught and hurt because my sister put herself in front, before other people, and she was just like, ugh. And so then she just like opens the door and lets all the zombies in as like revenge.
Oh my God. And those two sisters actually, they're watching the news earlier on the train. Mm-hmm. The outbreak is happening on the news, and they say, oh my God, people will just riot for anything nowadays. And one of the sisters says, back in the day, these people would be re-educated. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're referring to Korea's past with dictatorships. South Korea's past. The Western audience might not get that. That like they are looking at this from a completely different lens than maybe the younger generation of Koreans who have no experience and no memory of a time before a democratic Korea.
Such a good point.
So this is probably very triggering for them. Yeah. At least at that point watching the news.
Right. Exactly. Oh, man. Just so layered. There's just so much to it. It's not just zombies. There's so much happening.
I know. So they have to change trains. And this is kind of heading into the third act of the movie. They have to change trains. And that villain fucking guy, I can't believe that he survives the onslaught in his cabin.
Exactly. Because the grandma released those zombies as revenge on that guy. And, like, he managed to weasel his way out.
Him and the attendant.
I thought that he was, like, surely a goner.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, oh, he's still alive.
Yeah. But even so, like, when they're they're securing the side with the survivors. Yeah. Right? With Gong Yoo, his daughter, the pregnant lady. Yeah. Like, they've been separated into the next vegetable. And they're sealing off that side versus the side with the real zombies.
Some things work better together, like NARS's Soft Matte Complete Concealer and Radiant Creamy Concealer. Soft Matte Complete Concealer erases and blurs imperfections with full coverage. Then, Radiant Creamy Concealer evens and brightens with a luxurious texture and radiant finish. 2 concealers, 1 flawless look. Perfect for a no-foundation base. NARS, better together. Visit Sephora to shop now.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Zombies on it.
Yeah.
But when they're doing that, the villain Ajushi is just sitting there delegating and barking orders at people and looking kind of, haggard and annoyed at the whole situation. That's another way of seeing how he's not even doing any of the work.
Nope, not at all. Not
even doing any of the work to secure them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the leader because I'm better than all of you, but I'm not doing anything.
Due to his maybe gender, due to his age, due to his position, a lot of factors at play there that he's just sitting around doing nothing.
Exactly.
And that's why he's able to see the halmeoni all the way at the other end of the cabin, open the door with the zombies.
Yeah.
And that's the massacre that happens in cabin 15.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But he survives this onslaught. In this part of the movie, he lies to the attendant that the coast is clear and then pushes him into a zombie to make an escape. And this is when he goes from bad to worse. Like, it just reaches new lows.
He just kept reaching lower and lower, and he just kept getting worse from here.
Oh my god.
Like, there's so many people he pushed into zombies by the end of the movie.
He not only, he fucks everybody over.
Yep.
Because when he leaves the train door wide open.
Yes.
And that all the zombies escape from the cabin.
Exactly.
Where he was. There were no zombies out in the train yard. Anyway, so then he runs into Choi Woo-shik and the Wonder Girl.
Yeah.
And literally, it happens in a split second. He comes across them and shoves the Wonder Girl into the zombie on his tail. I mean, the devil take him. Like, he's just terrible. Like, after all of this. Oh my god.
It was awful. And then of course Choi Woo-shik is devastated and he's like holding her. It was so sad. And then Choi Woo-shik gets bitten by a zombie too. And I was just like,
him just holding her as she convulses and he's like, okay, like he doesn't know what to do. And
and then he gets bit, and so you know what happens.
That's
after
it.
That.
Like,
and it was just like, dang, like we're now reaching like the end of this journey because people are just getting killed off left and right.
Oh my god!
And it was so sad.
The homeless man sacrifices himself so that the pregnant lady and the little girl can get out from underneath the train because it was a whole train derailment in the yard.
Oh my gosh! Yes, can we talk about that? That scene stressed me out because the conductor. First of all, God bless the conductor.
God bless the conductor.
R.I.P. conductor. He really tried. He really was so honorable. And he was like, I'm going to go, like, hop across the train yard to another train. And he told the people, like, you get off on the, like, this side and, like, get on this train. And so he hops over there. He gets on the train, gets it going. And then all of a sudden there's this other train that's, like, on fire and, like, derailed. And it crashes with his train. So then we can assume that the conductor is gone. But it causes, like, this, like, little cave situation.
Oh no, the conductor is fine. Like he's in the he sees it coming down the track, and he's like, "What the hell?" But he's not injured in that crash.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
but it caused like kind of like this little where the two trains meet. It was like a little like cave, and so Gong Yoo, pregnant lady,
it trapped Gong Yoo, the pregnant lady, the kid. And the homeless man.
And they're like trapped under there. And like the train is constantly kind of going lower and lower and lower. It's getting closer and closer to the ground. And so Gong Yoo gets out first so he can like help everybody out of the hole. But then this large metal thing blocks the hole. So he has to fight to get it out. And the zombies are coming. And he's trying to like, because the zombies are like falling out of the train that crashed into the hole. So like the stakes are high.
Right,
so,
like the weight of the zombies and how they're struggling to get to them because they see them through the glass.
Yes. And like Gong Yoo gets his daughter out, he gets the pregnant lady out, and then the zombies start coming out of the train, and the homeless guy literally sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
By blocking the zombies from getting to them. I was like, oh my God, this kind homeless man was so stressful. I was like, I can't. It was the stress more so that was gonna take me out before like the fear of the zombies, because I was like, like what's gonna happen?
Oh my God. But then the conductor sees the villain Ajashi running across the tracks.
Yes.
He's hounded by zombies following him, and he's like, oh my God, he's not going to make it because the villain Ajashi trips on the tracks.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, now I remember. Yes, the conductor was still around. Yes.
The conductor leaves the train.
Yes.
To help the villain Ajashi, and the villain Ajashi basically pulls him down.
Yes.
And this one, it's unclear if the villain Ajashi meant to do this.
I think he did.
You think he meant to do it? Like pull him down and let the zombies get him? Because it was very close. It's unclear if the villain Ajashi gets clean away, you know?
Yeah. So sad for the conductor because he tried his best.
He tried and they get him. And then
and they got him.
And this decrepit man ends up on the train. So... Anyway, long story short, Gong Yoo, the pregnant lady, and the kid end up on the one train that is heading to Busan. Like, this is the only train that's made it and is on the track to Busan, thanks to this wonderful conductor who put it on the track. Who is there waiting for them when he opens the door?
Villain Ajashi.
This fucking villain Ajashi. And, you know, it builds upon itself, right? So the zombies... It looked like if their will to live was very strong, then it would take longer for them to change into a zombie. Maybe like that's what I'm inferring. Because the villain Ajashi looked like he was already a zombie, but he was speaking.
Yeah, he was like trying to hang on for as long as he could. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they throw in this thing where he's like, look, I have a mom. I want to get back to my mom in Busan and yada, yada, yada. And he's like, Ajashi, you're a zombie.
Yeah, like you're done.
Gong Yoo sacrifices himself to save his daughter and the pregnant lady because this Ajashi lunges at them at one point during their fight, and he puts his hand in front of the zombie's mouth.
Yes,
and that's when he gets bit.
And I was like, no. Nope. I was like, maybe the zombie didn't bite his hand. There's no way. And like, just the realization that like, oh, it's all over. So then like Gong Yoo finally like throws him off of the train, right? He throws him off. Yeah,
he tosses him off.
And then he like rushes to his daughter and the pregnant lady. He's like tells the pregnant lady like, this is where the break is. When you find a place to stop, pull this.
Yeah, because it was all written in English.
Yes. So it was like, please take care of her. And he was like, you know, talking to the daughter. And like, he's like rushing because he's like, I'm going to turn at any minute. It was devastating because like the daughter was crying so hard. And just,
please
like,
don't leave me. Which was
She's
something
like,
that she had not really said.
Exactly.
To that point.
Exactly. And he like had to leave the cabin obviously because he's turning. And like you just see this shot of him and like, you know, the film, you know, comes on his eyes and it's happening, like the change is happening, and you just see this flashback of him when he like held his daughter for the first time after she was born, and like he's like smiling, and then you just see like the shadow of him like fall off the train. I was in tears. I was like,
when did you start crying? When did you start
That's when I started crying when he realized he got bit and he was like rushing to give the pregnant lady directions about how to operate the train. And then Soo-an is like screaming like, daddy, please don't leave. No. Like, you know.
Oh my gosh,
like,
she was masterful.
Oh my gosh, amazing performance. But that's when I started crying, just like, hearing her screams. And
she was doing that like chesty scream, you know?
Yes. And like even when he's sitting outside the train, you could still hear her screams. And I'm just like, I'm crying. So I was like, oh no. That's when I started. I didn't stop till like the end. Like it never stopped.
And like you found out earlier that the reason she stopped singing at her little recital at school was because he wasn't there. She practiced that song specifically for him. Yes. And when she looked at the audience, he wasn't there. So she stopped singing.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that she was craving his affection, craving his presence. She wanted to connect with him, but he was never there. He was an absent father.
Yes.
Something that Ma Dong-seok said during about halfway through the movie was, fathers, like, they get all the shit and they do all the sacrificing and they catch all this shit. And it was kind of like a small, profound moment with our trio, because I think they were locked in the bathroom across from the daughter and the homeless man and the pregnant wife and stuff, waiting for the next tunnel. And he was like, she won't appreciate you until later. And so you get this final scene of the two final girls. This is the horror trope, right? The final girl. You have two final girls here going through a tunnel.
Right.
You don't know what's on the other side. And the soldiers that are on the other side can't verify if they're infected.
Yeah.
Because they're backlit in the tunnel. They're walking kind of haggard. They're not limping or anything, but they just look tired through the scope. And the soldiers get the kill order. But she starts singing.
I lost it.
Her song for her dad. It. This is when I start crying. Is like when she starts singing and she finishes the song.
Yeah.
For her dad.
Oh man.
I lose it every time.
Yeah. I lost it because she's like crying really hard as she's singing the song, and the soldiers hearing the song is the reason why they cancel the kill order, because they're like, oh my gosh, those are survivors. And so like you're just seeing Soo-an like cry and like sing her song for her dad. Then the movie ends, screen goes black, and I was just like, that was an emotional roller coaster that I was not ready for at all.
Yeah. And this is a great subversion of the Night of the Living Dead movie. I'm going to guess that you haven't seen the 1968 Night of the Living Dead movie, but spoiler for this very famous ending of Night of the Living Dead. So this is the one that started it all for modern zombies. The end of Night of the Living Dead, the sole survivor, Ben, is mistaken for a zombie and shot and killed by a posse of police. The added bonus is that he's black. So like in 1968, this was incredibly charged, right?
Oh my gosh.
That this black man was shot by police, mistaken for a zombie and all this stuff. So it's very racially charged. However, the same thing almost happens here at the end of Train to Busan, that these two final girls are almost mistaken for zombies, and they're almost shot and killed.
Yeah.
But then, because of our Korean sensibilities, like the heart and emotions really shine through here, because seeds that they had planted before come back in, and it's a full circle moment where she finishes the song for her dad, and that's what saves them.
Yes. It was beautiful.
It's a sign that they are human.
Yes.
That they love, you know?
Yes.
This overt expression of love saves them.
Yes. And I remember like thinking at the end of the movie, I was just like, I hope that like as she grows up, she like is able to, even though their relationship was not the best, that she like does understand and see that like her dad really did love her and like sacrificed for her. But yeah, it was a beautiful ending.
It was beautiful.
I didn't expect it to be like that at all. Like I wasn't ready.
I don't think anybody was ready, and I think it still works. I think it's wonderful, and it's powerful.
So powerful. So powerful.
And that's it. It ends kind of on a hopeful note. A lot of zombie movies are kind of open-ended. Does humanity survive? We don't know. Whatever. I don't think that necessarily matters for the movie. You kind of find out what happens to humanity and how things shake out in Peninsula. But again, if you don't feel like watching Peninsula, you can just watch Train to Busan and be happy that it kind of ends on a high, a bittersweet high, that they are saved.
Yeah. It was an excellent movie. I'm really glad I watched it finally.
Yes.
Like the last person on earth that hadn't watched it, it feels like.
Do you have any final thoughts about Train to Busan?
I just really loved it. And honestly, if you're out there and you're like me and you don't like scary things, I think that this is a very palatable, quote unquote, scary zombie movie. So even if your tolerance is really low like mine, it's like on the ground, like I think that you would really appreciate this movie a lot. So yeah, highly recommend. I really loved it. Thank you for having me on for this.
Oh, thank you for volunteering. Like you were first in line, basically.
Oh, yay.
So where can people find you online in case they haven't listened to the other episodes with you on them, or they don't listen to the Swoon Diaries podcast?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Swoon Diaries Pod, and then you can also find my podcast on Apple or Spotify. It's called the Swoon Diaries Podcast.
Nice. Thank you, Naz. I hope you have a wonderful spooky season, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, you too. Thanks, Jess.
That's been our show. I'm Jessica, and this has been the Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.